feature a guy like... Big and strong.
Handoff to the single back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Gives it to the back on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. He looks that one in nicely. Turns it on in midfield. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Irish! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So Virginia's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And how about this matchup we'll see today between two tremendous tight ends, David?
I mean, two guys that are so fun to watch that really make defense hard. Like, how do you want to play this guy? We're going to see which defense can step up and try to stop these elite tight ends.
Yeah, it's not often that you say the tight end is the key to the offense's success. Both of these teams feel that way, though. So which of these two dudes can make the most plays today?
Quarterback will audible. On second down, just keeps firing. Caught. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. At the 26 with the first down. The Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snags it over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
He'll bring it back looking for help. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the returner will be brought down. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden...
Looking for a deep man. And he reels it in inside the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Fires to the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. He'll take it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Young. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, Dave, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense.
Second down. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Pocket starts to collapse. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
The Irish send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's got great speed. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer,
He's going for a big play downfield. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. A little screen to the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Number 16, on to kick it away.
Spins away from one. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Calandria. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. The give to the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. He's looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And now on 2nd down for this offense. To throw, it's Calandria. He makes the connection. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time, late in the season, when you can go win those individual awards.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. The Cavaliers have pushed it inside the 20. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Give to the back. Down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Irish send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Going deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Calandria. He'll take another shot here. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Virginia! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Sam Houston. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. A strike downfield. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
2nd down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Looking to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 30. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Getting some heat. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Mitchell. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's going to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but Also, momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Lofts one high and deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. He's looking to throw it. It's a fumble. And he gets back on top of it, and a first disaster. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Finds his tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. The sure hands, it's Brown.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage, so wave off the turnover, give up the yardage, it'll be first. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Feeling some heat. Pulled down for the tackle.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. At midfield, he's got room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Ohio State.
They'll start this drive with a pass.
We've got our eye on...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Cavaliers. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The short hands, it's Collins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And we know turnover margin is a huge... games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
He'll start this drive firing. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Brown has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that one. They were all back in coverage expecting pass, and here's the running back who breaks through the line of scrimmage, and they just didn't rally fast enough to the football, and they make the tackle short of the first down marker, but there's a good chance they're going to be staying on the field here on 4th down.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. In plus territory, not really much of a decision to make there. They had to go for it, and it paid off.
Yeah, they know points are going to be at a premium in this game, so they're going for it here, no doubt. Nice job picking up the first, and now putting a lot of pressure on this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Touchdown, Virginia! And the stomping has commenced. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
So they'll try to make up some of that ground on second down from the 16. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Leonard. Finds his target down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the 4th sack of the day. This defense has had some bright moments. They've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The toss sweep to the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. That one comes out hot down the right side.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman. But just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. This is a designed run. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going up top on first down. Fires downfield. He's got it. And more yards after contact. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And he's brought down after a huge completion. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
and it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not